Good day, my fellow human beings, and welcome to episode 17 of Regen Rovers. Today is the start of my third season in charge of the club. The aim for this third season of Regen Rovers is to get promoted, or at least try and get into the playoffs. That would be great progress. Last year we were very close to playoffs, and I feel we're getting to grips with things now, and I think we have a good chance, even though once again we are predicted to finish bottom of the table. The makeup of the English Southern League Premier South has changed quite significantly. We've had a few teams shunted into our division. We've had a few teams promoted from the tier below, including Guernsey, who I'm looking forward to playing because I've been there. It's going to be a Paul's big day out. But there's also some regional weird things going on because, like I said previously, it's a little bit messed up. But remember, we're in a parallel universe. We can always use that excuse. Scarborough are playing in our division. This is where Scarborough is. They're in the north. We should have teams from down here. It's like a 5-hour journey to Scarborough. It's ridiculous. So poor old Scarborough, we're going to have to play all these teams in the south and the southwest and down here. Kings Lynn as well, they're in our tier, remember, in our division. We've got Hereford, there's a few weird things. Carlton, Tadcaster, they should be here. So we've got a few sort of Midland teams and a couple northern teams in our division, which makes for an interesting story. There's been loads of changes to the squad in pre-season. If you want to have a look to see all the young players, and most of the players are young, but all the players from the under-23s and under-18s that have left the club, then check out the player spreadsheet because that has been updated. I have made some transfers. The only player to actually leave to go to another club, other than all the free transfers which don't show here, is Patrick Malone. Paddy Malone has left. He scored, of course, on the last day of the season. However, he's decided to go home to Northern Ireland. He's moved to Larne. And it's a shame because I had high hopes for him this season, and I've changed the tactic to suit the team, the players that we have. You might be pleased to know. I mean, it was very attacking last season. It was a lot of fun, but we've not been getting the best out of our wingers. So I have changed, for the time being anyway, to a 4-3-3, but we'll have a look at that in a bit more detail in a second. The first player, though, to come into the team, and it's exciting, I'm going to call him legend. He's on the favoured personnel, but he's club legend. Morgan Fawkes, our all-time top goal scorer, with 38 goals in all competitions. It only shows the league goals down here. And he's come for free. Last year, they accepted £1,000 for him, but although Dartford let him speak to me, he didn't want to sign for me. However, this year, £0 offered, and he decided to sign with Regen Rovers. He loves the club. He loves the city of Winchester now. Of course, he's about to enter his last year of university. Bit of a young genius, of course, because he's only 19 and he's heading into his last year. The next player to come into the team on loan, the only loan signing actually so far. I'm still looking to improve the team because I've struggled to find players that want to sign for us this season. But Sean Cross, now he's got literally no current ability, but he's kind of the best defensive midfielder I could find, or ball-winning midfielder. And Rini, I just wasn't impressed with him. He may be better on paper, but I'm going to give this guy a go. Vince Boyle is the best player at the club, I think. Now, you'll remember McEachran from last year. I put him up for the Player of the Season award on Twitter. However, he went back to his parent club and they're not letting me loan him again. I have had a £500 bid accepted for him, but he doesn't want to sign with us, and that's a big blow. So I needed to find centre-backs. I really need to find another centre-back, but Vince Boyle is really good. However, he is expensive. £425 every time he plays. He's going to bankrupt this club, but I just had to do it because there was no one else that I could find, and I needed centre-backs. I didn't want to have to play Chef at the back. No offence to him, but we need better. And he is also the new club captain. Because strangely, when every season your assistant says, select your captain, select your vice captain, the game wouldn't let me choose Chef. I could have him as my vice captain, but it just literally wouldn't let me choose him as my main captain. I could alter it on the tactics screen now, but I've just messed it up now and he's really unhappy with me, so I can't really go backtrack. So Vince Boyle is going to be our new captain despite being a brand new player, but I feel like he's a great defender, he's decent leadership skills, good teamwork. I think he can be a good captain for it. I hope he can be anyway. The next signing is Kevin Wilkinson, who works at Wilco in Southampton. 18 years old, used to play for Hemel Hempstead, and I've signed him on a free, and he's a good central midfielder. He's our second best central midfielder behind Sean Walker, so looking forward to him doing well for us. He's also got very good leadership, so he could have been a candidate for captain as well, but I decided to go for Vince Boyle because he's playing centre back and I know he's probably going to be playing every single match. And lastly, he's only just come in, so he's not going to play today, but he technically is our best striker, Paul McCann, an 18-year-old from Bromley, released by Bromley, so I didn't sign him from Bromley, but yeah, he is our best striker, head of Luke Mooney, head of Agu, head of Fawkes. Looking forward to seeing what he can do for us. For some reason, a few things are going down, which isn't ideal, but hopefully that won't be too bad. He's not going to play today because he's literally just come in, but he'll sit on the bench. So like I said, new tactic, 4-3-3. It's worked well in pre-season. This is the lineup I'm going to go with today in our first match of the season against Hereford, who are predicted to finish towards the top of the table. Very good team. We had a very good pre-season apart from the first 2 games, but to be expected against Derby County. 3-2 against Marlow, Mooney and Fawkes with the goals. This was insane, this game against Derby County. By the way, biggest attendance ever. 4,562 people turned up. Fantastic stuff. And although we conceded 7 goals, we scored 3. And Ray Rigg scored a beautiful free kick and Agu missed a penalty, so we could have scored 4. Ridiculous game. We then won 7-2. Look at all those goals. Paddy Malone scored twice before leaving the club. We then beat AS Mark 6-0. Hat-trick for Corey Hines has been moved into the first team. We signed him last year from Cambridge United at the end of the season when he was released by Cambridge. So I'm looking forward to him playing in the first team as well. We then beat New College Academy 4-0 thanks to goals from Agu, Halliday, Cross and Mooney. We beat Romsey, local team Romsey, 7-0. I'd recommend going to Romsey. It's not Paul's big day out because you can't really spend a whole day, although you could stay in the area. Not doing a Paul's big day out though for Romsey. Ray Rigg with 2 goals. Mooney, Brown, Fawkes and Boyle with the goals. Was this the game where Boyle got a hat-trick of assists? He did. We were ridiculous from corners. He's at the back post. I mean, you'll notice heading 11, jumping reach 13. Much improved upon what we've had before. He should be heading everything away, winning headers at the back post for corners, and we hopefully will score goals from corner routines as a result. And lastly, Brockenhurst. I also recommend going to Brockenhurst in the New Forest. So it's kind of a Bill's big day out, but half-hearted from me today. Apologies. 4-2. Mooney, Agu with 2 goals and Walker. A bit disappointed to concede 2 goals, and I did have a go at them for that. Financially, we're not in the best position. Jack Young can't find me an affiliate. He doesn't want to improve anything because we've got no money. We did get quite a bit of money for the Derby game, and it did make me think perhaps I should play some more big teams in pre-season to bring in more money. However, I didn't want to get murdered in every single friendly and destroy the morale of the team, and I wanted to get used to the tactic and play some weaker opposition. Moving on to the team report then, let's have a look. We'll have a look at the comparison as we always do. Oldest player, of course, is Chef now. He's almost 31. I'll just quickly go through this. I think we're in a much better position. I mean, goalkeeper-wise, we're okay with Okoro, who's fantastic, of course. Defensively, this is where we're weak. I just can't find any defenders. It's really annoying. I think our midfield's all right. Looking at that. Attack-wise, I'm pretty pleased with how many good strikers we have. Very good finishing. Decent jumping reach there as well. Pace. There's some pace in our attack now. Physically, not ideal, but we're okay. Mentally, not too bad. And technically, overall, for the whole team, it's okay. We're in a much better position. We are still expected to finish bottom of the table, though. Before we get on with today's first match of the season, then, I thought we'd have a quick Ask the Manager. And the first question is from Taz DeVille, who's basically asked me, what happens if I get sacked? If I get sacked, it's all over, I'm afraid. I mean, I could start a game, we could do Regen Rovers somewhere else, but I'm hoping that doesn't happen. What I have done on the pre-game editor is made Jack Young, the chairman, quite loyal. I think the club is generally loyal as well, so hopefully it means I'm less likely to get sacked. If I have an absolute disaster, then of course I will be sacked, I'm sure. And the second question today is all about Twitch. Will I stream any Regen Rovers on Twitch? Sort of the in-between matches, I think, is what he's trying to say here. No. Simple answer. I just don't have time. Like I've explained before, this isn't my job. This is a part-time thing for me. I have a full-time job, and I just don't have time to play the game, record videos, edit videos, upload videos, and on top of that, stream as well. I just don't have time. If this ever became a full-time thing, then yeah, I don't see why not. I suppose I could do some streaming as well. Maybe not Regen Rovers, but maybe another season. Or I could stream the in-between games. I don't know. It really would allow me to have more freedom. So that brings me on to the topic of Patreon. I've mentioned this a few times, but I do have a Patreon, and you can pledge to me for as little as $1 a month. I did basically do some maths, and essentially if 5% of my subscribers pledged $1 a month, I'd be able to do this full time, and I'd be able to dedicate lots more time to this. And yeah, that would be incredible, and I'd be eternally grateful, and hopefully you guys would be as well, because you'd be able to enjoy content. But of course, that is just completely optional thing, but I have stuck the link to my Patreon in the description below. So my starting 11 for our first match of the season against highly favoured Hereford is Coro in goal, Callum Courtney, our right back, who played quite well in pre-season and signed him at the end of last season, remember. Thomas Smith, our centre back that can take free kicks. We've got Boyle, our new best player in the team, I hope. Rob Halliday had a cracking end to the second season. High hopes for him this year. In the middle, Kevin Wilkinson, our new signing. Jason Glenn, one of the Patreon players, one of the Youth Academy players from, I think, the first season. He's going to be playing ball-winning midfielder role. Now, he doesn't really look like a ball-winning midfielder. And we've, of course, got Sean Cross as another option. But he played quite well in pre-season. So I'm going to give him a go. We'll see how it works, really. Sean Walker alongside him. We've got Luke Mooney up front, hoping to be a bit better than the end of the second season, of course. And then the two legends, Fawkes, our top goal scorer, and Agu, our second top goal scorer alongside him. We do have Corey Hines as an option coming off the bench, and also Paul McCann. I don't know what's going on with all these players. Every attribute's going down. It's really strange. It might be because it's the start of the season. Perry Miles also on the bench, who seems to be improving. Sean Cross, I've already shown him. And, of course, Aaron Trollope. So for our first game of the season, we're playing at Plumbing Park, and we're welcoming Hereford FC. It's quite a long journey. However, it could be worse. They could be Scarborough. You might remember this guy from last season, the Beast. Hakeem Araba, the 7th tier Akinfenwa. I think their team's changed a fair bit, but they are one of the favourites to go up. We owe Hereford after what happened last time. Let's go for that. My 4-3-3 is still attacking. It's still similar to last season. It's quite direct, high tempo, get the ball up the pitch. I'm not pushing the defence as high now, because a lot of people are saying it's just stupid to do that. It did mean we were better going forwards, but at the back we were awful. It's been great in pre-season, but I've not played very many similar teams to us. I don't think any teams were similar to either. Derby were too strong and the other teams were quite weak. So it's difficult to really judge if this was good. It looked good, scored tons of goals, but whether we can do it against a team like Hereford, we'll find out today. So, everyone's ready for Plumbing Park. Oh, I've got the speed on too high. This is what I had during pre-season to get through matches quicker. Let's see. We're on the attack straight away. Agu round the back, but it's blocked for a corner. And we've got an early chance to take the lead here. Thomas Smith with the corner. Hits it to the back post where Boyle is waiting. Oh, it's Walker that has the header. Don't know where Boyle was. He's the one that needs to get on the end of these things. If you are enjoying this series, it would be fantastic if you could share the series with a friend. I don't ask that very often, but I think that's the best thing you could do. I know I talk about Patreon a lot, but the best thing you can do, really. Here's Mooney around the back. This should be a goal. Agu scores our first goal of the season. Their defence was asleep. That is amazing. What were they doing? It's a throw-in from Courtney. I've changed the throw-ins a bit. I've gone for long throw-ins, but Mooney's there on the edge of the box. What is that guy? It's the Beast that made the mistake, and they're all just sleeping, trying to play an offside trap against a throw-in. But as I was saying, like, the best thing you can do really is share my series around with someone you think will enjoy it. If you enjoy it, then other people will. Alternatively, just hit that like button. It just helps with the old YouTube algorithm, I think. I'm not really sure what it does, but it certainly helps. It makes me feel good as well. And as Hereford come forward here, looking to get an equaliser pretty much straight away. Cleared by Walker, looking for Mooney with the pace, remember. He's playing as the advanced forward on the right-hand side. It's a good ball to Agu, and he gets his second goal already, and that is probably the best goal he's scored. It's on the volley with his left foot. What a strike. That is fantastic. Mooney with his second assist, Agu with his second goal. This could be a good partnership. I know we've got 3 up front. Fawkes is just waiting for the pieces as the poacher. But what a volley. Brilliant technique from Agu. We're 2-0 up against Hereford. Oh, Mooney's picked up a little bit of a knock. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Here's Courtney with another long throw to the edge of the box for Mooney. Mooney hits it and Agu! Offside this time. I thought we had his hat-trick. They played the offside trap this time and it worked. I just want to see this again though. Yeah, he's well offside. Very happy. In fact, we can probably... Is there any... people told me off for changing things when I'm winning as well. But I want a time waste. Can I time waste when it's on attacking? Oh, I can. That's good. You never used to be able to. So we might as well time waste. We'll just keep with the attacking, free-flowing football, I think. Jason Glenn's on a yellow. I'm going to take him off for Sean Cross to make his debut. Because we don't want a red card there in the middle of the pitch. It's asking for it, isn't it? What was that? Smith into Mooney. Back to Smith. Pumps it long, looking for Fawkes round the back. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Fawkes finishes for his first goal of the season. How is this happening? 4-3-3 is the way to go. People have been suggesting multitudes of various tactics to me. If everyone said one tactic, then fair enough. But I can't have one person saying this, one person saying that. I'm kind of ignoring the tactical advice, if I'm honest. I'm just trying to work it out for myself. I'm the manager. I'm just working it out. I'm getting to grips. And maybe I found the formula. Our wingers were just so inconsistent. It's a shame because we love Matty Ratty. Ross Bradley had a good end to last season. But I think for the greater good, we had to get rid of the wingers. I'm going to bring Mooney off. I don't want him picking up an injury. Corey Hines is going to come on. I will swap him with Agu because Hines is left-footed. Makes sense for him to be on the left. 20 minutes to go. I'm in my gold suit. Happy as I can be. Here's Steels for Hereford. Crossing it in. Cleared by Boyle. It's made a difference to the back line, I think, already. It's out wide. I mean, the bad thing about 4-3-3 is we don't have much protection down the wings. But, well, we'll just work hard. Fawkes can't win the header, but it's back to Cross. Who finds Agu. Agu. Charging at the back line. Look at all our men getting forwards. Agu. It's a bad ball behind Courtney. And now they're breaking. The beast is round the back. He's quite slow, but he's managed to beat my defenders and fire it over the bar. Now I'm going to bring Fawkes off for Paul McCann for his debut. Let's see what he can do. He's technically our best striker. I'm expecting big things from him. Wow. Nothing happening, but I don't care. This has been an incredible start to our 3rd season. Very unexpected. We created 4 half chances, a clear-cut chance. We didn't have... it's equal possession, really. We had more shots. We didn't complete a huge number of passes. But our direct style of play has destroyed them. Agu with 2 goals. Fawkes with a goal. Mooney with 2 assists. The threesome up front worked brilliantly. And I'm thoroughly looking forward to the rest of this season. Early signs are good. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. I will be making some experiments at some point. Those of you that like my Football Manager experiments... If you only watch them, you wouldn't have got to this point in the videos. There's no point me really saying so. But for those of you that enjoy all my content, there will be experiments coming back to the channel soon. I just wanted to get Regen Rovers going and, get quite far into the series before spending some time doing other stuff. But we'll end it there. Thank you for watching episode 17 of Regen Rovers. Your support is very much appreciated. Come on, you younglings.